Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of the day you're watching this broadcast. This is Dr. Eric Tangumonkem with IEM Approach, where we inspire, equip, and motivate people to discover God's great potential in them, develop that potential, and deploy it. Thank you so much for joining us. You are in the right place at the right time, and you're going to hear something today that is going to improve your life. You're going to hear something today that is going to make the direction you're going to go become more clearer. I want to encourage you to help me out. It's written, ask, and it shall be given to you. I want to ask today that you do me a favor. There are three things you can do for me today. I know you're thinking, oh, what am I going to do for you? I'm going to inspire you. I'm going to equip. I'm going to motivate you to pursue your dreams. And in exchange, you can do these three things for me. They're not very difficult. It's just going to take you to spend a little bit of your social capital. You already have what it takes for you to help me out. The first thing is that you share this broadcast, invite other people to join us. Just click that share button. It's not too difficult. If you like what you're hearing, if you like what you've been hearing so far, please go ahead and click the share button, invite other people to join us. The second thing is that please go to my YouTube channel. If you go on YouTube and you search Eric Tangumonkem, my name is going to come up. And if you're watching on YouTube live, please go ahead and need as many subscribers as possible. It's going to help out. I am building my YouTube channel and I need all the help I can get. Help me out by subscribing, by liking, and by sharing. The last thing you can do is to get this resource that I've been speaking from. This is day 49th. We are going to be looking at something that is very important. I think it's going to help you out as well if you are an immigrant. The book is 52 proven strategies that will position every immigrant to succeed. You've come this far. I don't want you to fail. You've come this far. I don't want you to make the mistakes other people have made. You've come this far. I don't want you to be discouraged. You can make it. You have what it takes for you to make it because you're already here. I came to the US almost 20 years ago. There wasn't a roadmap like this for me to follow. This has been put together. I guarantee you, if you focus on these 52 different areas and you work on them diligently, you do your due diligence, you play your role, you play your part, you are going to be successful. Success has nothing to do with skin color. It has nothing to do with who gave birth to you. It has nothing to do with where you were born. You are here. You have great potential in you. Lots of resources available. I want you to grab a copy of this book. Don't just get a copy for yourself. If you have immigrants in your life, please get a copy for them. If you're interested in helping immigrants out, get a copy and understand some of the challenges that immigrants have so that you'll be able to interact with them in a more productive way. And for anybody who is going to order more than one copy, let's say I said a deep discount, 50% discount. If you're going to order more than one copy, the book is $8.99. So you're going to be getting the book for 50% discount, is about $4 or something like that. Reach out to me. The number is 214-908-3963, 214-908-3963. And the email is eternalkingdom101@gmail.com. Please, if you are watching live, just bear with me. It's not possible for me right now to interact with you because I am streaming this on multiple channels. That's why right now I'm just focusing on delivering. And when I'm done, if you have questions, put them in the chat, call, or send an email, and I'll take it from there. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Again, if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, go ahead and do that. If you have not shared it, share, invite other people to join us. For those of you on Facebook, share the broadcast, invite other people, and let this be a blessing to them as well. Each day before I get into the meat of the day, I like to sidetrack a little bit. I don't know. When I was a kid, my mom always told me, you start many things and you don't finish. So I like to do multiple things at the same time. So I'm trying to multitask here. Just to say a few things that may help somebody who is not an immigrant who has stumbled across this presentation. Today I'm going to touch on a proverb I read this morning during my morning meditation. As I've always said, I believe in holistic success. The spiritual and the physical must be in synergy for you to be eternally successful. Life doesn't end here on earth. When you die, there is a continuation of life, and it's very important for you to be aware of that. It doesn't really matter what you believe. It's appointed unto man wants to die, and after death, judgment. You have an appointment with death. That is a certainty. Everybody that is alive is going to die sooner or later. And I want you to be prepared for the next life. And that is why I bring in the spiritual component to everything that I do. If you have listened to some of the past broadcasts where I talked about my journey of faith, coming to America, grabbing one suitcase, boarding the plane and coming to the US without any guarantees of anything, and how God showed up, got involved, and finished good debt free. It's really something that has changed my life, and I'm not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it's the power of God unto salvation. Now, today I read a proverb that said, the second part of the proverb said, fools hate knowledge. Fools hate knowledge. It's a very strong statement. It's a very strong statement. If you want to continue in your folly, if you want to continue on the path to destruction, if you want to continue on the path to failure, you are going to hate knowledge. You don't want to learn, because with knowledge comes the ability for you to change. It's written in Romans that be transformed by the renewal of your mind. When you get in the right information, it's going to form your belief system. And when you believe something strong enough, you are going to take action on what you believe. It's like that. Do you know why you write a check against the money in the bank? Because you believe that the bank has your money, the bank is going to honor that check. You go ahead and write the check. If at any point you doubt that money is not there, you're not going to take the action of writing that check. So our belief system has a lot to do with our perception, the actions we take, the actions we don't take. And eventually, the outcome of our lives, what we have, the amount of money we have in the bank, how well we're doing on our job, in our relationships, in our business, our health, everything boils down to what we believe about the outcome that we want and what we are doing or what we are not doing. So I want to encourage you to like knowledge. And there are many ways you can get in knowledge. You read books, you listen to tapes, you listen to a broadcast like this one, you listen to a podcast, you watch YouTube channels that are teaching life lessons that can help you in whatever area you need improvement in. However, it's not every knowledge that you need to take in, because some knowledge can be detrimental to your success as well. That is why blessed is the man who does not walk in the counsel of the ungodly, but stand in the ways of sinners, or sit on the seat of the mockers or the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and Upon his law he meditates day and night. He shall be like a tree that is planted by rivers of waters, whose leaf does not wither. Whatever he does, that tree brings its fruit in season, and whatever he does, they prosper. In other words, meditate upon the word of God. If you never read the Bible, I want you to get a copy and read it for yourself. Don't wait on the commentaries of other people. Don't wait upon other people's opinions. Open the book, read it for yourself. It has changed my life. It's going to change your life as well. Before I conclude my sidetrack, I've said it's good to love knowledge. There's knowledge here about raw food. Please, 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 listen to me carefully. Listen to me carefully. Without good health, nothing else matters. Without good health, nothing else matters. Don't live as if you can neglect your health and be successful. It's not going to work like that. Take charge of your health. Take charge of your health. Learn about health as much as possible. Here's an opportunity for you to explore a new aspect, that of eating raw food and resetting your metabolism and taking back your health. We live what we teach. I'm following this plan. You can look at me. It's working, it's doing miracles. I want you to join us and change your life. Thank you for giving me your time. Today we are going to talk about a topic that may not apply to every immigrant. However, I need to bring it up because success is not only measured by your bank account. Success is not only measured by the promotions you have at work. Leadership without succession is failure. And as a person, we will know how successful you are by the legacy that you're going to leave behind. And nothing speaks about legacy more than the family that you're going to raise. If you have a family, this is for you. If you're planning to have a family, this is for you. If you're not even thinking about a family right now, this is for you because you are in relationship with other people. You may have a friend that is planning to make this decision, and you may help persuade them to do the right thing. I'm talking about this idea of sending your children back to your country of birth or home country to learn your culture. Beware, don't send your children back to your home country to learn your culture. It's a terrible idea. It's a bad idea. It's a no, 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 no. Please, don't destroy your children. Don't destroy your life. Don't send your children to be raised by other people. Your children are your responsibility, 100%. If you are alive, healthy, and strong, and you have children, do the right thing and raise those children. Please listen to me and listen to me very carefully. Don't set up your children for failure and don't set up yourself for failure. Don't send your children to your home country under the pretext of, I want them to go learn my culture. I've spoken with immigrants who feel that kids that are raised in the United States are rude. They don't have respect for their elders. Why? Because these children have the audacity to look straight into the eyes of their elders and ask probing questions. Some of these elders were raised in cultures where when you're speaking to your elders, you have to lower your eyes, you don't make eye contact, you don't speak back. In short, children are to be seen and not to be heard. If you don't understand me clearly, you're going to misjudge what I'm trying to say here. I'm not here to bash any culture. I'm not here to say one culture is better than the other culture. But what I'm saying is this. Culture has context. Culture is made by people because it serves their purposes. And that is why now that you are living in a multicultural environment, you must reevaluate your culture in light of your present environment, and you have to have enough courage to discard certain cultural practices because you've changed your environment. Please do, if you want to do well. There's no other way I'm going to put it. Your environment has changed, and you must also make adjustments. I'm not saying that your culture is inferior. That is not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that it's no longer useful. It's not useful. Culture is a vehicle that serves us. We don't live for culture. Culture enables and facilitates our interaction with one another. And that is why when you move from one place to the other, you have to reevaluate some of the cultural practices that you have. Of what use is not having eye contact going to serve your children in the context of the United States, where when you talk to people and you don't maintain eye contact, it's a sign of lack of confidence, not being truthful, not being sure of yourself? How are they going to interact with other people successfully when they have to avoid eye contact when they're talking to other people? That is why you need to be very careful what you mean by, oh, your children are not being respectful. Yeah, in some cultures, people have to bow and stoop and all that. Why are you trying to export that? What has that got to do with respect? What has that got to do with respect? Just because you practice it within a particular context, it doesn't mean that it's going to serve you now. You should know that by now. You know the struggles you are going through right now because you were raised in a different culture. You know the obstacles you've had to overcome because you were raised in a different culture. You know how much your accent has hampered your ability to communicate with people effectively. Again, I'm not saying that the accent is wrong. I didn't say that. However, the way you speak makes it difficult for people to understand you. Do you want that for your child? You want them to have an accent? I was flabbergasted when an immigrant told me, oh, you know, my child has an accent like what we had when we were growing up, you know, this child is really not an American and all that. And then what are you doing here? You need to empower your children and position them for success. You, the parent, you know better, and it is your responsibility to ensure that these children are equipped to the fullest for them to do well in their new environment. Sending them out of the country to be raised in a different cultural context, and then trying to bring them back and feed them in. You are traumatizing your children. Please stop it. Stop it. When I came here, I didn't know how to use computers. I didn't know how to drive a car. Just a lot to learn. Why do you want to place a child in a situation where when they come back, they're going to struggle to fit in? I understand. We are too busy making money. We are too busy chasing behind the dollar. We don't have time to raise our children, and we think money can do it for us. We dump them out there, and we send money to our grandparents and parents and aunts and cousins and whoever to raise our children. My wife is an expert in child development. She has a master's in psychology, specialized in early childhood development and all that. And what I've learned from her and from what I've read is that the first 6 years in a life's child are very, very critical. By the time a child is 6 years old, their personality is set. This implies that whoever raises your child, whatever environment your child is raised in, is going to define and shape what that child is going to be. Do you parents really understand this? And then why will you take your precious child and send to some other person to raise? Oh, you may tell me, oh, my parents raised me and I'm okay. Are you really sure you're okay? How successful are you? How successful are you? How successful are you? I'm not talking about having a good job and all that. You haven't started. If all what you can talk about is I have a good job, you've not started. Who knows you? To give the best for your children, you must raise those children. Oh yeah, you don't understand. You don't understand. What do you want me? What do you want me to understand? That you are prioritizing your career over the lives and well-being of your children? You cannot tell me, oh, because I want to go to school and pursue a career, now I can't take care of the children. Please, you're going to have to make some sacrifices. And the sacrifice is not going to be the children. Don't sacrifice your children. If you have them, raise them. School can always wait. Job can always wait. Money can always wait. If you have the children, please, your top priority is to raise your children. Raise your children. Don't allow other people to do that for you. It's not good for the psychic of the children. It's not positioning them to do well. And if your children don't do well, it's going to come back and hurt you. It's going to come back and haunt you. Because when the time comes for them to be independent and move on, they're going to get stuck. And you're going to be carrying your kids through all your life. You don't want that. There are so many reasons people give for sending their children to their home country, but none of those reasons is good enough. Parents, raise your children. Better downsize your life, stay in a one-bedroom apartment. Whatever you have to do to keep your family together is the best thing. The best thing for the children. Toys and money and all that, the children really don't care. You may think they do, they don't. What children want is time from you. Parents, spend time with your children. Parents, invest your life in your children. Don't send your children out of the country to be raised. Don't do it. You're going to destroy your kids if you do that. I know this is not a popular message. You may not like it. Some of you have already left. Some of you are very mad at me already for saying this. Oh, you don't understand. I do. raised 5 children in the United States. And it's been a lot of sacrifices to do that. I'm not just saying it because I want to say it. I'm saying it because to grow, to be successful, you need to learn how to make sacrifices. You need to learn how to prioritize. And when it comes to families being together, it's non-negotiable. Don't stay away from your wife because you want to make money. Don't send your children somewhere else because you want to make a job. Don't do it. Don't negotiate with it. You have to make up your mind beforehand so that when the pressure comes, you say, no, this doesn't fit for my family. Prioritize a family. Everything else is going to fall in place. You may not drive that fancy car right now or wear those designer suits or carry around the designer handbags and all that. Those things really don't matter. They don't. Please, their children need you. They need you at home. They need you to be involved in their lives. And you can't tell me that, oh, when I send them somewhere else, I'm really, because I'm giving money. What is money? You should ask your children when they grow older. The trauma that you caused by sending them away from you. Please, it's a tough choice. But parenting is not for the faint-hearted. You are a parent. Be one. Don't be an absentee parent. Your children need to be raised within this context. They need to learn how to live here. You know, we are all suffering from the nostalgia of thinking about where we came from. Everything is glamorous. Why? Because maybe at times we're facing difficulties here. We start glamorizing our childhood, glamorizing how we were raised up, and we want to share this with our children. No, they belong here. You may even be thinking of moving back to wherever you came from. Don't forget that the children belong here. For now, this is their world. Don't destroy their world for them and make them not to belong anywhere. We need to be very careful as we're preparing the next generation. Please don't confuse your children. It's their choice. If they ever want to go back to your country of birth, it's a choice that you should empower them to make. Don't force it on them because it's going to make them not to belong. You know personally how much you've been fighting with a sense of belonging. Most of you came here maybe as an adult, and you know how difficult it's been to plant your roots and flourish. Why are you making your children unstable? Why? If America is not good enough for you to raise a family, then what are you doing here? If you don't like the place very much, if it's not healthy, then do the right thing. Move with your family to where you know is the right place to raise a family. Please keep the family intact. You cannot have it both ways. You cannot have it both ways. Don't delegate the responsibility of raising your children to other people. It's 100% your responsibility. If you are dead, it's understood. But so long as you are alive, don't make your children orphans. It doesn't work like that. I don't care if you want to go to school. Yeah, we've gone to school also. We make sacrifices. You cannot have all of it at the same time. What are your priorities? I want to make money. I want to go to school. I want to do this. I want to do. Who are you competing against? Did somebody bring you here? Has somebody put you on some type of a timeline? There are seasons in life. If you're a parent, you must prioritize your children. Don't sacrifice them. It's wrong. It's not good. I don't care what their excuse is. I don't. If you don't prioritize your children, who will for you? Don't tell me I love them so much, that's why I'm sending them away. No. If you love them, stay with them. Spend time with them. If you disagree with what I've said, that is fine. You agree, that's good. If you have any comments, leave them below. If you have any questions, let's talk about it. I want to thank you so much for listening today. You've been listening to Dr. Eric Tangumonken with IEM Approach, where we inspire, equip, and motivate people to discover God's great potential in them, develop that potential, and deploy it. Until next time, God bless you. Remember, families are meant to be together. Prioritize our children. Don't sacrifice them. Don't send them anywhere to be raised by anybody. It's your responsibility to raise your children. God bless you. Thank you very much.